Hiya. Welcome to Bird's Eye Witness News. This is the bird's eye view of what's going on. I got your cousin here. I don't know a lot about foul language and choking a chicken. But it's a world we live in that's changing dramatically every moment and getting more and more weird and wild. When I was a kid, let's start with that. The sense of history is missing often because we try to erase history so we can begin in the moment. Now we should live in the moment, but we didn't begin this moment. We used to have a show called Born Yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born a long time ago in a galaxy that wasn't too far away, Buffalo. Now we had the funny papers when I was a kid. It was the comics. We'd read that in the newspaper. That's how we laughed. We used to look at cartoons and comics and stuff. And we always read the funny papers on Sunday, maybe as a family, and filled in the crossword puzzle if we wanted to be on Jeopardy, which they didn't have yet. But you know, the New York Times, which I said they should rename it the New York Text, and all the news that's fit to text. Now this newspaper did something really amazing this week on Sunday. This new generation is called Generation Z. Now look at what they've done. They have put these pictures of every single kid that they've interviewed. Look at this. This is a print job. Look at this here. Must be every kid in the country. But what a beautiful display for this next generation of the new kids on the block. The New York Times has done something very cool. It says the truth has a voice. Yeah, and I'm the voice. But you know, one of the reasons why, maybe you don't know, one of the reasons why we don't have a lot of truth on the air is because it's not exciting. People find tragedy and problems to be solved exciting. They like solving crimes, DNA, seeing what bad things people have done so that you can learn from other people's mistakes maybe, but more to the point, you really want to see someone else suffer so that you don't have to have that same feeling about your own self. That's a very selfish thing, and I mean it that way too. So don't get your feathers ruffled. But you know, we have a lot of things going on. Let me get the bird out of the way. A lot of things going on psychologically here, and I'm attracted to goodness and things that work, not things that fail. I'm in a compromising position right now because we've turned our front porch into a bird cage. I've become an aviary owner. This is it. I have to clean this thing every day, you know. Cleaning my mess on myself is a lot different than taking care of an animal. Well, a bird's not an animal. Taking care of a foul friend, a co-host. This is the envy of everybody, is to have a bird that loves you. You know, even St. Francis, if you were religious, he had all the animals around him. They knew where the love was. This particular bird just knows where the food is, that's all. And food is love, and love is food, you know that. Now, I would like to present a couple of things today. First of all, I don't think we should have a border closing. Can you imagine Ronald Reagan saying, "Put that wall back up"? I don't think we should do that, because I think we get threats all the time. We're going to do this if you don't do that. If you don't do this, we're going to do that. It's like living at home with your parents. You know, pick up. If you don't do that, you're not going out tonight. I'm not going to give you your allowance. We have parenting as government. I left home when I was 18 years old, so I didn't have to put up with this crap. I don't want to hear it anymore. But we're living under a parenting rule. Every time, if you don't do this, you're just not gonna get what you want from me. That's all there is to it, boy. Parenting 101. And then the ones who bought their kids to go to school, to go to college, I think that's pretty common. It was pretty common, you know. I mean, let's face it. People have been going to college because they play sports very well, but they're not there for necessarily the education, but for the great sport that they are excelling in, and the school wants to have that privilege. Because those schools have a lot of money. They have alumnus, and those people, that's plural. The alumni has, or is that plural? They have a plurality. Anyway, they put a lot of money into keeping the school's image going. At Harvard and Yale, you know, these are big image schools. I mean, even Zuckerberg never finished Yale, or Harvard rather. And I think, if I recall, I hosted Sex Week at Yale, and it wasn't until we brought out the vibrators that what was that movie they made? It was that we were promoting. I was there promoting a film and got in trouble with the dean. What was it called again? It was called Girls Gone Wild. That's it. Anyhow, that's my little rap today. I don't want to go too long because I want you to be interested in what I'm doing and saying. And the bird's getting impatient now. It's time for another feeding. So I'm going to have to... what's this? This guy showed his... no, a woman had a selfie where she was braless. And she said, well, if a guy did this, he wouldn't be in trouble. Is that an appeal or what? But there's a lot of guys at the gym who should wear bras. I'll tell you what, I have a trainer bra. It's a Reynolds Rap.